Good evening and welcome to the last match for StarLadder Season 4 for day 10. So last match of the day. And we're gonna see iLuminate versus No Tidehunter. And it's gonna be best out of one, so just one game between the two teams as we're waiting for, actually there we go, last spectator has loaded in. So that is good. And if you're wondering, okay, you have one game, fine, you know, why one game? Well, why one game is because every game that you play is giving 3 points for, of course, StarLadder ladder, actually. And you have 15 games in total because there are 16 teams. And at the end of the season, the top 4 will be making it on to, or will be receiving an invite to the Kiev Cyber Arena for the offline finals. And we will be seeing right now, like, bam! That's the scores right now. These are the points that the teams have for now. We'll remove it in a second, but I'll just give you a short insight on what the stance is like right now. No Tidehunter, they have played 5 games. They have 9 points, so if they win this match, they will be on par with, well, maybe on par with Fnatic EU. For iLuminate, you actually don't see iLuminate. Why, you ask? Well, that is because, like I said, there are 16 teams in total and I only listed the top 10. I checked in front though, it was iLuminate that has got the second last place. And that's a very, very dangerous position to be in, because if you are at the bottom 2, your space in the Star Ladder, in the Star Series, is in danger, is in jeopardy. You're gonna be losing it if you don't. You're gonna be having to fight for it if you don't get higher up the ladder. Otherwise you'll be dropped down towards the Pro Series, because of course Pro Series is trying to get inside the Star Series, which is this. So this is the standing. I will keep it up for a little while longer as I discuss the bans. Afterwards I will remove it, so you won't have to deal with that on the side. We have got enemies down: Wisp, Templar, Assassin, Lone Druid and Bounty Hunter all out of the pool, leaving iLuminate to be able to pick up the Magnus. This is actually the first time that we see Magnus making it through today. Interesting to note is we have the Undying picked up by No Tidehunter as the first one. Let's see what they're going to be complementing their lineup with, as we have got them, by the looks of it, being cut in their reserve time. Because they were the ones that were later. Today it's 15 minutes past time, so that means penalties, it means less bonus time for your picks, as we have the Bedrider picked up now by No Tidehunter, and this is going to be me removing the standings. I hope you enjoyed it. It's going to be gone. There we go. Gone. And we will be seeing what iLuminate has as an answer to this. We of course still have the Rubik in the pool if they want to. I mean, Magnus is a pickup that is, apart from Magnus being of course very strong, it is a hero that can fill multiple roles. We have seen him solo mid, we have seen him long lane solo. So it's not really giving that much away yet to No Tidehunter. We've got the Jakiro being picked up by iLuminate now, so having a solid support with that. Again, not giving that much away about how they're gonna run their lanes. Maybe the next pick will give us some answer. It could be the case. As well, they should be picking up something soon. I mean, they are the team with the most bonus time. Though in fact, the fact that they are using their bonus time right now also gives No Tidehunter a chance to think about their draft, think about their picks, and make sure that well, they can actually use a bit of the time of their opponents. So that's working in their favor. We still have all the jungle heroes still in the pool. So if they pick up, like, for example, the Enigma, which would be a pretty decent pickup, then they already know, or at least they show that they're gonna run a dual lane, and probably well, we're gonna run a dual lane. That's basically it. Like I said, we still have the Rubik inside the pool though, if they want to pick that one up. But most of the heroes that we normally see picked up fairly early are either banned or already picked up. That is also why iLuminate is taking their time, I would guess. Of course Sven is still in the... I didn't even mention that. Sven is still in the pool. And of course the bans on the iLuminate side, I didn't even go over that. I mean, Lone Druid being banned out, I say that as if it's normal, but that's of course not normal. But you're fighting against Admiral Bulldog, you want to have that Lone Druid banned out. Though in fact, Lone Druid, Admiral Bulldog plays a bit more heroes. He also plays the Bounty Hunter, which is also banned out. And he also plays the Nature's Prophet if they want to go for that one. That could be the case. And the Life Stealer. I think those are the 4. There's the Sven still picked up though by no Tidehunter, so they have that one secured, as the Darkseer was the one for Illuminate to be having. That means that their Magnus is going to probably be in the mid lane, Darkseer long lane solo, leaving only Jakiro to go on the dual lane or tri-lane. Why are people saying what I should remove? I think I should remove that. That's fine. Okay, all good. Overlays are all good for now. You can shout at me again in 2 minutes or 5 minutes, or when the draft is over, if I forget that overlay for the end of the draft. Anyway, let's see the bans, because we are gonna have the bans. Illuminate will be the first team to be allowed to ban. And what do they need to ban? Apparently they needed to ban the Enigma, not giving a jungle hero away to no Tidehunter, as we have got them. They have got the Sven, basically a hero that will probably be farming. I mean, yes, we saw him as a support in the previous games, but it doesn't have an every day. Batrider's probably going to be mid, and Undying is probably going to be either on a tri-lane with the Sven or on a long lane solo. But in fact, they kind of already have 3 lanes sorted, so what is left for Illuminate to ban out? It's either jungle heroes or supports. And they choose the jungle hero, to choose the Enigma, the one that they don't want to be facing. We have got no Tidehunter thinking about their ban. Haven't used their bonus time just yet, or at least not since the last time that we checked anyway. So we'll see what they're gonna go for, if they're actually gonna be using their bonus time. Looks like they might be. If you look at Illuminate, well, they ban out the Faceless Void first. A hero that we have seen over the last couple of days, countering that Sven, of course, just locking him in position and making sure that he cannot go anywhere and he dies before he can get out. But, I mean, what does Illuminate still need? We know that Magnus is probably going to be mid, and that Darkseer is probably going to be on the long lane solo, with Jakiro as support. So you either ban out carries or jungle heroes, and it will probably be carries that no Tidehunter is going to be banning out, as they're maybe not too frightened about a jungle hero. Since the Enigma is already out, he's basically the one that farms fastest in the jungle right now. But we'll see if that's actually the case. Keeper of the Light's going to be banned out by Illuminate, a hero that might be very dangerous with Undying on a tri-lane, so something that you just don't want to be facing. I don't blame them for doing that. And we're going to have no Tidehunter for the next ban. I mean, on paper, it is definitely no Tidehunter that should be coming out ahead of this encounter, but they're making sure that there's going to be, or at least they're trying to make sure that there's not going to be any question about that. By banning out the Luna now as well, making sure that that's not going to be a hero that they're going to be seeing together with the Jakiro, with the Venomance, the last one, the support being banned out by Illuminate, fearing a strong dual lane with the Sven there, so that's not going to be happening. Of course, the Leshrac is still in, a hero that we see combined with that Sven very often. And I'm still kind of thinking maybe we're going to still see a Nature's Prophet, one of the heroes that Admiral Bulldog is playing. And they have space for that as well still. He can go inside the jungle and just do his thing there. Of course, during DreamHack we saw Admiral Bulldog also playing the Beastmaster at some point. Didn't go exactly right though, so we might just have him sticking to his guns and just picking that Night Stalk, or sorry, that Nature's Prophet. We have a Tiny being banned out by Illuminate. Interesting, that's not a hero that you normally see banned out. If the Wisp is already out of the question there, but no, I guess they don't want to be facing a Tiny, and they What? What? That's a hero that you don't see every day. And that's gonna be a tri-lane for them. Ogre Magi, interesting. Of course, Ogre Magi has got a stun. He's got an Ice Path to follow it up on that one. I mean, there's no chance of missing that one. He's gonna be played as support, I would imagine. But that is something that is interesting.
10 seconds remaining.
We're gonna see how it works out. We're gonna see how it works out. And it looks like Illuminate has, with this pick, kinda thrown no Tidehunter off guard, because they almost used their bonus time, but they're gonna be picking up a Tidehunter. So that's gonna be no Tidehunter still picking up a Tidehunter. They're cheating. Ooh. No, that's gonna be them probably either going for a long lane solo on the Tidehunter, or Tidehunter is going to be supporting this Sven. One of the two, Undying or Tidehunter, will be long lane solo most likely. They have actually so many laning options, because Batrider also a hero that we see long lane solo. There are so many options for no Tidehunter on how to lane. It will be difficult for Illuminate to also estimate how they're doing, but they have made their own plan. They picked up the Gyrocopter, and it looks like a very dangerous tri-lane that they're going to be having there, with the Ice Path, stun there, as well as the Gyrocopter being picked up there. Also very, very annoying in a tri-lane, very dangerous early on. And we are seeing what No Tidehunter has to offer to us with
Reserve time.
their last picks, and this is the bonus time that they actually use right now. So this is the first time, and or second time, in fact, and we'll see what they're going to be picking up next. They kind of need his support, though. That is basically something that they need. So let's see if they're actually what they're actually going to be picking up there. Go on. 16 seconds, 15 seconds. I mean, even if they already know what they're going to be picking up, they can use this time to just decide how they're going to be laning it, how they're expecting their opponents to lane it. And I mentioned the Rubik at the start as one of the heroes that get picked up very often early on. This time it was not the case, but he does still get picked up as the last pick for No Tidehunter, so that is going to be the surprise pick for him. He's going to be probably together with the Sven. It's basically the only one that we can say for sure. Let's take a look at how they're going to be laning this as we're waiting for everybody to pick up their hero. And we have actually Tidehunter being played by Admiral Bulldog. So that's a hero that he doesn't play every day, so paying a bit more attention to that, see how he does, I guess. As last 3 heroes being picked up by No Tidehunter, with iLuminate already picking up all their heroes and me already switching overlays, so you cannot complain to me anymore. Go on, pick up heroes. Deciding who's going what. It will be S4 on the Batrider, so that will be mid Batrider. Indeed, with Admiral Bulldog on the Tidehunter, so that will probably be long lane solo. That will probably mean that Rubik and... oh, we have a disconnect. Rubik and the Undying will be going top with Aki playing the Undying. But let's take a look at iLuminate first. They have got 2 stand-ins, as I said earlier. And they have got 5 players, though, still. We have got Big Num playing the Gyrocopter. Will be Follow Mag, or Mag. His Twitter is Follow Mag. Calling... or playing the Darkseer. We have got Shomi standing in on his Magnus. Nexius is going to be playing the Ogre Magi, and Dubas will be playing the Jakiro. And Big Num, of course, was also the support in this matchup for iLuminate. And we'll take a look at No Tidehunter, who actually has their full team ready to go. It will be S4 playing the Batrider in the solo mid lane. Aki will be playing the Undying on the top lane. We've got Loda there on his Sven. Will be Eternal Envy. Goodbye, Eternal Envy will be playing the Rubik. Anyway, it will be bottom lane with Admiral Bulldog on his Tidehunter, so that will be the last one for No Tidehunter, as that is all lanes complete. So that will be trailing top, middle lane Batrider, and lone, or sorry, I almost said Lone Druid. It will be Admiral Bulldog on the bottom lane, soloing it up on this Tidehunter, and he's going to be having a tough time, because if this is going to be the trial lane here with the Ogre Magi, with the Gyrocopter, it's going to be dangerous for him. It's going to be very dangerous, and of course the Jakiro being there as well. It will be a very dangerous trial lane for sure, as of course top trial lane is going to be very dangerous for the Darkseer, though he probably knows that. He might actually stick around here to try and get some creeps going, to at least get level 2 before he gets to that top lane, but we'll see if he's going to do that. He's walking back to the top, so I guess he's just sticking around there as the creeps are almost ready to spawn. There we go, horns. I'm sorry, I just like to do that sometimes. Hearing the horns on both sides of the map. Different horns, you heard it correctly. Tidehunter standing next to a very useful regeneration rune, pun intended, that's of course not useful. I'm not sure what he's thinking about doing here. He's running into 2 heroes here. Anchor Smash going through. Bulldog, he has some trouble getting his stun. That will be a nice platoon as well if he can get it off. Dubas thinking about it, gets it as well, hits. There's the regen rune, but it gets picked up by the Ogre Magi. Admiral Bulldog pops himself now out of need, and he will be getting away there, and Nexius is not able to get another Fire Blast off anymore. But Admiral Bulldog already deprived of his self. And he even got pulled by his teammates with the tangos and stuff. He picked up boots at the first one. But that was not a good start for Bulldog. He thought he was going to be able to do that and then just pick up the regen rune and get away, but nope. No can do. He's like I said, he's going to have a tough lane. And if I have to guess where the first blood is going to be happening, it's going to be on the bottom lane. We're going to be seeing Nexius coming off from the side again. There will be another Fire Blast. Might I just remind you, Fire Blast has got a very low mana cost. Of course, the Ogre Magi is not a really high mana hero, but he does have 2 clarities. Right clicks to go, another Fire Blast in 2 seconds, and this man fight might actually not end all too well. There's another Fire Blast. Bulldog now has to back off and now has to already eat more of his tangos. And the clarity just used by Nexius as well as eating a tango, and he'll be fine to go. We've got the gyrocopter using his mana to actually take out some creeps. Interesting to note. But yeah, it will be the gyrocopter that will be just free from here for now, with Bulldog not able to get too close to the experience range there. As we have Chomi, he's got 4 last hits. He also got pulled by his teammates. Started off with a full magic wand, making sure that the Bat Rider's sticky napalms will give extra mana to that Magnus. And mana and HP of course as well. He's got 9 for 2 right now, so Magnus not able to get that much just yet, but the main important thing is for Magnus is to get levels, and he has been getting those, so that's good. He might actually be having to run away here with S4 being very aggressive already, clearing out the entire creep wave, wanting to make sure that he is going to be the one to get the rune. Rune spawning top. It is an illusion rune, and it will indeed be Bat Rider that is able to pick that up, and he does empty his bottle before he does so, and he will be fine. In the meantime, of course, like I said, Darkseer indeed gonna go to the jungle to finish up some creeps there. So we'll be doing that as we have stacks being made in the jungle by Eternal Envy, making sure that he gets those stacks going. He gets that farm going for his team later on. I mean, it's just one of the things that No Thailander does very well, making sure that everybody's always useful, making sure that there's constantly pools being done. I mean, even if you're not doing anything, you can always pool, you can always take care of gold for your carries later on. Just that control, wasting not a single creep is basically the thought behind that one. And so far so good. We have got sentry wards up on the Rubik as well, just to counter ward if one of the wards, one of the creep spawns was warded, but they're not, they're just fine. And Darcy is level 2 by now, 9 last hits, and he actually pulled the creep wave there, so able to deny some experience to this Bat Rider. Doing a good job with that. In the meantime though, it is the Bat Rider as well as the Sven who are highest up on last hits. Even the free farming gyrocopter is a bit lower than the Bat Rider. He is 13 for 4 with the Bat Rider being on, or S4 sorry, being on 15 for 7. And that is not really ideal, especially not since you consider like there's really no one doing anything bottom. Admiral Bulldog still the same HP as he was earlier. He cannot stack this because there is a ward right there. Of course, iLuminate not very unknown to what the No Thailander wants to do with those stacks. Just stack them and make sure that Sven picks them up later on. But yeah, flame break knocks Jomi back into range of S4, but there's a skewer away and he will be fine. Used all his mana though. He does have 3 stick charges again for that, but we'll have to use some of his tangos again, as we have got Darkseer now level 4, so doing a nice job there. We actually, I mean, I look at his last hits and thinking, wow, 21, that's nice, but this of course jungle creeps also, so has to be taken with a pinch of salt there, as they're kind of inflated, because jungle creeps of course mean less than creeps on the lanes. So gold wise he's not as far ahead anymore. 1300 gold up on the gyrocopter already. He'll probably be buying up some boots soon, as we have Ogre Matcha being blocked in. He cannot go anywhere. Now we can. Nexius. Sorry, that was slightly distracted. Bat Rider is going to be going for a rune. Picks up the regen rune. He's level 5. I think as soon as he's level 6, I mean since Admiral Bulldog is being very safe, it will be level 6 Bat Rider that will be taking care of the first blood, I think. But we'll find out if that's actually the case, as he is, I mean, he is slightly ahead of Magnus based on levels, so he might be able to get that, as he's now got 2 sticky napalms up on there. 1 more creep needed. There's 2 creeps here, so that's going to be him being level 6, and we instantly see Magnus, even though he doesn't know of course how far that Bat Rider is, or how close the Bat Rider is to level 6, we see him being careful. He knows he shouldn't go too much, and he just stacked that small cap to make sure he has something to farm later on. At least something useful. Lasso is up on there though. Let's see, Bat Rider can get something off. He wants to. He knows that he can. Shockwave going through. Pushes continue. We have got the 6-minute rune on. It's actually very far away. And Bat Rider can actually dive this if he wants to. He has the regen rune, so he has a pretty good chance of doing that. But I mean, show me, he saw that he's now versus level 6 Bat Rider. He is not going to be safe, and he knows it too. He has the skewer, but yeah, he has to be very careful. As for looking for, I mean, I want to switch around, like go to a different lane and watch there, but this is too much of a volatile situation here. Bat Rider, he wants to use his ulti. That's basically what he does, and he's gonna be able to do it soon if he gets help from these two, with the smoke up for Aki and Eternal Envy coming from their Rubicon there on dying. But it is Magnus that's just continuing to farm the jungle. Gonna stack it again actually. Being a bit early with that, but should be fine. Nighttime, so less vision, and actually they figure that we have been spotted, so they go back. Now only do they see Magnus again, or should be able soon to see Magnus again. The rune will be picked up by the Rubik, Magnus, so will he be going on that? No, double damage rune up on Eternal Envy though still. With the bottle bringing him more wards that will be placed, as of course it is the 6-minute mark. So that means that all the runes have been vanishing or are vanishing, as well as this one should be vanishing soon. So maybe we'll see them trying to stack some ancients again. And the next smoke gank for all the team, iLuminate, gonna go for the Bed Rider. Here comes the stun, there comes the Skewer in, reverse polarity, Ice Path, S4, trouble going down. Joey picking up the first blood on this Magnus. If one smoke gank fails, or at least gets aborted, then the other will be victorious, and that's gonna be iLuminate picking up the first blood in the middle lane. S4 doing a good job there. As we have a Gyrocopt at level 7, he's got 500 gold, he's got phase boots, he's pushing down the tower slightly. Admiral Bulldog level 3 in the meantime, so has been able to get some levels inside his own jungle, but is still quite behind in levels. Tidehunter, of course, a hero that you pick up because you want to be able to throw out Ravages, and you need level 6 to be able to do that, obviously. So he's going to be slow with that, but we'll see if he's able to get his levels up a bit faster, if he gets some help on this bottom lane, because he definitely needs help if they want to defend this tower. Because in the meantime, I mean, they can just take care of this tower, and especially with the barrage and the flak cannon, these creep waves will go down very fast, and there we go. And that's going to be a tower going down, no help coming off for no Tidehunter, and that is the tower being destroyed. Actually, his Siege Creep picking up the last hit. That is something that maybe... Oh well, it could have been intentional, having everybody have a bit of the gold rather than giving it all to the Gyrocopter, but logical wise you would say Gyrocopter would be the one to go on. Let's just check out net worth rather than last hits, because with this towers going down with the first blood having happened, this is a bit more interesting. We do see Gyrocopter highest on top of net worth. That's of course also because of the tower last hit, and second highest is still the Sven, who is also free farming on the top lane. He has managed to pick up the recipe of the armlet, so that's what he is going for, as he already picked up of course the Helm of Iron Will, so will not be too long now. But he's having a tough time farming against the Darkseer, who's finally come up to this top lane. And he will have a oh yeah, Tranquil Boots, nice job for him. He's level 6 also, and level 6 on the Sven also. This is interesting to note, because of course Darkseer was farming inside that jungle, and I did notice that, or did note that the last hits that he got were of course meaning less than the last hit that other people got, but still the same level is quite impressive to do. The same level as the free farming hero, as we have got 3 versus 2 here soon. Invisible Ogre Magi stuns up an Admiral Bulldog. Ice Path, Cold down, dual breath, Gyrocopter, Bignum picking up the kill. Fatebolt going through still, but Eternal Envy could not save his teammate, even if he would have been there from the start. 3 versus 2, just not an evil matchup, and the ulti being used from Gyrocopter there as well is just too much to deal with, and that's gonna be that's gonna be iLuminate probably farming some in the jungle if you can. As for looking for a target, cannot find it again. Of course, he hasn't been able to use his lasso just yet, which is something that he of course wants to, because you know he's a Bed Rider. He wants to throw lasso on people and just drag them around and kill them. But so far, no can do. Loda in the meantime, still farming. He bought something. The recipe is of course there, but maybe is the entire thing already done? No, it's not. I'm not sure why the courier went all the way over there though. He's got Tranquil Boots now as well though. That is something that he has got new. And we do indeed have got iLuminate farming in the jungle rather than on the lane right now. They cannot really farm mid lane because the Bed Rider is just too risky. At the same time, they are leaving the Bed Rider to free farm. I mean, look at his gold, it's still second highest. He is going to be having his Blink Dagger fairly soon, and even though Gyrocopter is getting a lot of farm, against a Blink Daggering Bed Rider, you cannot really do that much. And I'm kind of curious to see if this Gyrocopter can indeed withstand the rage of the ravages of the lassos, of everything that can come off from no Tidehunter. He's got 2,500 gold. Curious to see what he's going to go for. He actually picks up this magic wand. He also picks up a race band, and he also picks up a Mintro hammer. So that's going to be him going for. I'm actually hoping slightly for BKB, and then he just picked up the Mintro hammer first. Because he wants the damage for it, and because he could, of course, also. Magnus actually finishing up his Blink Dagger. That will be a big impact as well. Of course, we know Reverse Polarity to be a game-changing ability, just like the Ravage in a way, just a bit more different. So he will be having that, and at the same time, of course, you look at the lineup for iLuminate and you see the combinations, possibilities that they have. I mean, imagine Vacuum into Reverse Polarity and a cooldown over the top, as well as a Macropyre Ice Path. Oh hey, and then I didn't even mention the AoE that the Ogre Magi can do, because his Ignite still does quite a lot of damage actually. It should not be underestimated. So there is a lot of AoE damage coming off from iLuminate. At the same time, no Tidehunter, not helpless either. I mean, they've got the Tombstone, they've got Ravage, they've got a stun from Sven, but that is that is about it. Fatebolt, yeah. They don't have as much though. They don't have as much as the dire side has. As Ogre Magi, I guess he picked up. Yeah. This is an illusion rune being wasted. Nice. I like it.
Dire's top tower
Or maybe it was
is under
intentional.
attack.
But if it was, he could have moved this one a bit closer here to maybe block the camp, but he didn't. I'm not sure if you can block with those illusions anyway, but anyway. Funny regardless. They will disappear fairly soon though. It will be the mana boots up on the Jakiro. Let's see, both teams are I was gonna say fairly passive, but now Mac is in trouble. The K is gonna come off. Aki is backing off though as soon as he saw the TP coming in from the Jakiro. The Darkseer will not yet up on the Darkseer. He's not ready to fight just yet. Loda's armlet should be in the courier. In the meantime, someone's being found. Last two up on the Jakiro. Right clicks to go. Dual breath as well though. Here comes Mac. Can you do a vacuum? Make sure that his teammate is safe. No, his teammate is not safe. S4 picks up Dubas. There is still the ignite though. Right clicks and the iron shell. Mac picks up the kill on S4 in return. So 1-for-1 trade. Not a good trade for No Tidehunter at that, but that was the first kill they did actually. First kill on the side of No Tidehunter. And the armlet indeed completed up on the Sven. Might be making some difference soon, and they need it too. They are behind 3k gold in favor of iLuminate, and there's only one tower, and one tower is about 1,500 gold. So this is, and 2 kills is also not that much, so this is a lot of farm difference as well. Just making sure that they get everything going for them, as we of course know that the bottom lane has got free farm for Gyrocopter, who actually has about the same last hits I think as the Sven. Sven in some trouble, or at least Mac is going to be the one in trouble. There goes the armlet being toggled. Lona's going to be safe though. TP incoming here from the Magnus, who gets himself an Iron Shell, has still got his Blink and Reverse Polarity. Might be looking for something. We have got level 6 on the Tidehunter. He also has enough gold to buy mana boots if he wants to, and he kind of needs to either, also because otherwise he won't have enough damage, won't have enough mana to get off his Ravage. Smoke up in the meantime on S4 and Eternal Envy, as they're gonna maybe try to go for a 3-on-2. They're gonna find Nexius soon though. He's gonna come in there, and they know it too. Here they come. They are aware that this is happening. Can they find him? They know that he is somewhere there. There he is at the ancient shop. Not getting it though. Last two though. Hits on the Gyrocopter. Big Numb. Ice Pad. Gonna lock in Eternal Envy, and it will be the Undying that just walks in there. Gyrocopter still goes down. Can they find the Jakiro still? Can they get him stunned? No mana up on Loda just yet, but it might be enough just to slow him down. Ice Pad's gonna hit on the side, but Dubas will still drop, and it's Loda that picks up the kill. In the meantime, I think Ogre Magi is happy that he just thought about that time to pick up his point booster. Already shown that he's interested in going for that Aghanim Scepter, to go for more Fire Blasts, as the Ancients are going to get stacked once more. In the meantime, Tier 1 tower might be going down on this bottom lane, and the top lane Tier 1 tower for No Tidehunter actually got the 9, so the 9 that gold to iLuminate. Good job there, as the kills are back to even once more. Let's see how the gold is after taking down this tower, because that might be a bit more clear, but in the meantime mid lane might be a bit more interesting to watch, as we have got 3-4 heroes here, even from iLuminate, and 2 here from No Tidehunter. I don't think they want to go in this, but I do think iLuminate wants to go on this. They want to take down this Tier 1 tower. They want to get the momentum, keep the momentum. Fortification goes off. Blink in from Chomi. There goes the Telekinesis as well. Tombstone up. Ice Path being stolen. Doesn't hit anything. Look at that Shockwave doing so much damage on Envy, but he is going to be safe out. Ravage being used. Hits on 3. It will be Mac that will be going down here. There he goes. Jakiro already dropped though. Dubas the second one to go. Ice Path latches on the Ogre Max, and Nexius being slowed down also by the sticky napalm. There will be a Telekinesis as well if he wants to through it. There goes the Shockwave once more. There goes the Telekinesis and the kill. It is S4 that picks up the kill. Blink afterwards, but Blink away from this Magnus. And he is going to be safe as one of the only ones of his team. 3 heroes going down instead of iLuminate, and they weren't able to get anything in return for that. Not even the tower. It looked to be so controlled by iLuminate. Looked like they were in favor, but all of a sudden, turnaround, Ravage, CP's in, and it's gonna be No Tidehunter coming out ahead in that team fight. Though, if we look at the net worth, it will still be this Gyrocopter that is just so high. And he is gonna go for BKB indeed, as I was hoping for. And the ward's already up again there for the Radiant side, so making sure that there's not gonna be any more stacks going off there. They still cleared it out though. Sven picking up the gold for that. 1100 gold in his inventory. So we'll be going probably for a... I'm actually either Mask of Madness or BKB. It might be a bit not good timing for a Mask of Madness though. But we'll see. We'll see soon enough. As we have got middle lane, only on dying here. Haste rune up on the Jakiro. 4 heroes back in the middle lane for iLuminate. They really want to get this last tier 1 tower. They really want to get it. There will be another tombstone though if Undying thinks it's needed. Ward being placed. They want to go aggressive if they can. TP incoming to the tier 2 tower, and we already have, of course, S4 standing right by the side, who has got his blink deck. I showed it before. He's got his last 2 of cooldown again. Envy gonna be able to help with the Fate Ball if he wants to. There he goes. Push them back, but still iLuminate wasting some time standing around here. As long as they don't go in, and it's actually no talent that is in favor right here, because they have got more people still farming than iLuminate still has. Let's see, there goes the stun. There goes the ignite. Vacuum back in. Aki gonna get skewered back to the lower ground. Puts up the tombstone steal. Here goes Gosh as Aki locks inside an ice path. And he is the one to go down first. BKB activated. Cooldown comes up as well. And that is a nice vacuum being used by the Rubik. Or what was it? It was the reverse polarity being stolen. Nice job there. And it is the S4 that still goes down as well as the Ogre though. Sven will clear out the Gyrocopter. Rocket will still hit Loda but not do that much damage. Look at these HPs. It is 4 for 2, but look at that. Envy, 50 HP. Loda, 70 HP. Bulldog, 100 HP. It was so close. And that's all. I mean, I'm gonna give credit to Envy. He was able to steal the reverse polarity. He got 4 in that. He got 4 in that. And that is gonna be quite a good fight. And again, they get the tower. At least they save having the tower there. I mean, 2 times now iLuminate wanted to get the tier 1 tower. We're there with 4 heroes, forced out a fight, lost a fight. And didn't even get the tower that they came for in the first place. And if they, I mean, this is not good for them at all. Look at how the net worth changed in that fight. I mean, yeah, Gyrocopter actually went down there. He used his BKB, but went down. So that's him losing some gold. But Sven, he got kills. Sven is now 3 for 0 for 3. He's been in 6 out of the 10 kills. Has not died yet a single time. And is doing quite well for himself, might I add. He is indeed building towards a BKB as the first item. Rather, well, making sure that he can run around in vacuums, in cooldowns, in rockets, in rocket barrages, in ice paths, macro pyre, you name it. The only thing he has to worry about is a reverse polarity. But hey, as long as Rubik can steal the reverse polarity, there's nothing he has to be worried about. Stealing the reverse polarity is not something that's done quite easily, because as a Magnus, of course, you know that there is a danger that Rubik will steal your ulti. So one, you make sure that you're not casting it unless you know that the Rubik is in there, and you cast him Shockwave straight after. But he was not able to do that this fight, and that was a big loss for iLuminate, and that kind of made the fight go the other way around. If you have a decay here harassing Nexius, I mean, okay, we know that he picked up a point booster. We know what he's going for. He's gonna go for an Aghanims, but he's gonna be having it not very fast. He's died twice. He's been in 4 kills. He's playing support. He can't get his gold up very fast. I mean, it's nice to have an extra big mana pool and stuff like that, but as a team, you can't really expect anything more from him. Badbright actually going aggressive here, blinking in, not finding a lasso though on Mag. He tried. Vacuum into the low ground, just harassment. Showing that Mag is not afraid to go in. Maybe baiting them out to go again, but this time there is more support coming in. It will be the Gyrocopter as well as the Jakiro coming in to help out. In the meantime, it was Loda that was able to pick up a tower on the top lane. Still the tier 1 tower going down. Towers are now even. Gold graph is even. And this is interesting to note, because gold graph even with 5 kills in favor of no Tidehunter, that is not to be expected. And that is because, I mean, we know that iLuminate got way more farm on the lanes on the bottom and on the middle lane or top lane. What am I saying? No, iLuminate got more farm in general, but now with the towers being even once again, it is again back to 0. Quite surprising actually. But no time after, they are in favor of experience. That's no surprise. They got later kills, so they got more experience from those, as most of the kills for iLuminate were earlier on, and they already of course have less kills, so that's less experience to begin with. But let's see what No Tidehunter can do next. I mean, they're hanging around here. They have the Ravage again. We have gotten... Oh, that was nothing extra, essentially new picked up by Aki. Got 1k gold up on the Tidehunter. We've got an... Ooh, invisible Bedrider. I mean, he's showing where he is. It's quite obvious where he is. Next he is though. Ice Pad locks him in. There goes the stun. There goes a Ravage as well. It hits on 2. It will be reverse polarity hitting on 2, 3. Cooldown going up as well. It's already 1 down. Eki drops. It will be a Bullock that drops as well. There goes the BKB up on Loda. Wants to go for Show Me, but Mechanism helps out. Buyback on Internal Envy, who dies with the Gyrocopter. S4 trying to get away. Shockwave will still pick up. Loda on his fan. Fadebolt. Envy coming back in here, but he is by himself. S4 already backed off, and I think he should be backing off as well, unless he thinks he can get the Gyrocopter. Can he get the Gyrocopter? Does he have mana? He has enough mana for 1 Fadebolt. Cannot get it though. Might be able to get the Jakiro, but also that is not worth it because he would have to go through the wall that he actually placed himself. That is not... Okay, the replica wall was stolen for that. He steals ultis a lot, actually. But that was not very good for no Tidehunter, and even with the buyback from Eternal Envy, that is not worth it if you can't get anything in return for that. They were able to pick up the Magnus, which is all nice and fine, of course, but other than that, I mean, it all started off with trying to kill off the Ogre Magi. But he didn't die. Or did he? He might have, actually. He's very low on HP. No, he didn't. He bought something. That's why he's low. I mean, low on gold. But he bought something, so that's why he's low. But he didn't die there. Sentry wards up on sentry wards. And they have got nothing to fear anymore from the vision in mid lane. There is, of course, a ward there for the Radiant side as well as it is there. As we have a double damage room we picked up by Eternal Envy. But yeah, that was I mean, and again, the tier 1 tower still stands. Quite funny. Well, we have got a lot of fights in this middle lane. I think both teams thinking they have got a lot of team fight, and in fact they have. I mean, I said it earlier already. It is gonna be it's gonna be awkward to see who's gonna be winning this team fight because they just keep going. Fortification goes up. Will they actually lose their tower this time? No, no, they will not. 5 heroes in the middle lane soon for no Tidehunter. We do have Loda still trying to farm some, but he's close by anyway should something occur. He has got the Morbid Mask, so he's going for the Mask of Madness, and we'll have it shortly as well. We've got, of course, also close by is the Bat Rider, who's got a Blink Dagger to get him there closer, and he's gonna go clear out some creep waves in his enemy's jungle. As Gyrocopter finished up, is Yasha. He's gonna go for a Manta Style, of course. As we know that he wants. We have got the tower still. I mean, it's in the nigh range even almost, so... Oh, can't believe it's still standing. And it's still, I mean, this is the time. Like, we see Loda farming, we see S4 farming, but everybody of iLuminate is just standing in the middle lane waiting for a fight. This is not good for iLuminate. They're losing momentum here. They're losing golden experience as long as they don't push the tower. Maybe they're gonna go in now. We're gonna have more wards being placed. I think this one is actually countering that one, so they will be able to counter that. Fadebolt going through. They're still not throwing out his hits on the tower. There they are, and that's gonna be the tower going down. Jakiro's liquid fire actually doing that one. And that's gonna be indeed the ward being scouted out, so that will be counter ward as soon as Tidehunters is gonna come there and start bashing it. Smoke up though. This is not good. Those luckily, Sentry Ward helping out. They know it. They know what's happened. They know what's happened. They think they're safe. They think they are clear. They think they can find someone, but no. Everybody backs off. They know what's going on. They cannot find anybody here, and this is a wasted smoke. Helm of the Dominator actually completed up on the Bat Rider now as well. And let's see, Magnus Blink there. We already saw that one. We see a hood being built up by the Darkseer, or pipe even. His mechanism is already there. So having a support on his first teams, that was the point that I wanted to make earlier. I mean, Ogre Magi, I mean, you know what he's going to go for, but at the same time, you can't really have his... Oh. Hello. Faithful. So he still stuns Admiral Bulldog. There comes Magnus as well. Reverse polarity. Ravage hits, but the BKBs are on. In the meantime, Coleman coming off as well. It will be Loda that kills off the Magnus as the first one. We have got Mag also going down, also to Loda. It will be Jakiro on the run here. Flame Break forward. That's a triple kill for Loda. Can he find more? There goes the barrage. He gets stunned also by Nexius. He can hit the one more hit, and he doesn't get the last hit for it, and he goes down. There's Gyrocopter gets a double kill. Big run. Still alive for now. 1-on-1 with Eternal Envy, and Eternal Envy is the one to drop it. It's 5 for 4, and this is the only one left alive. Ultra kill for Big Nut on his Gyrocopter, who was just able to stand back and hit stuff. He was the one that hit the BKB in time to not get hit by the Ravage. Look at him being happy. Look at him being happy, and he got an ultra kill. It's like, He's happy. This is his victory dance, in case you're wondering. He's got 2300 gold now. That means Mantasal is around the corner, and he is going to be happy to go back to the bottom lane and get some more farm up. But what a fight that was. Everything was used. Ravages, like, everything. I'm just going to say everything and leave it at that. And that was, well, it was a very even fight. I mean, that was basically the first time that we saw a real 5-on-5 fight where everything was used. And it was iLuminate that got ahead of that one. Something to note for further team fights to come. But at the same time, I feel like no Tidehunter, they saw Nexia's move here. They have got the ward. Nexia's was not smoked up anymore. He went here. Admiral Bulldog was standing here. He got stunned before anything else. And he just... I don't know. He shouldn't have gotten stunned, I think. He was a bit out of position, I feel like. But... or at least his team wasn't fast enough to respawn. But yeah, they weren't able to take the entire team fight. It was not enough anymore. They were probably maybe a bit low because of these ancients that they have been stacking. But anyway, of course, Ogremecha died in that fight as well, so his farm is a bit behind. And is he actually gonna go for that Aghanims? Do we still have hope for that? Because I mean, he's picked up sentry wards. He's not gonna be able to do that much anymore. He's does this not reach? I don't think it reaches. It might actually. Oh, we'll see. And there is the Chrysalis being built up by the Sven. He's got his Mask of Madness, so Daedalus is next, getting that crit up on him, as we have the Gyrocopter looking for some action. He's got his double damage rune, he's got his Empower still on for a short while, as we have got, well, they are pushing the lane constantly, and they have got 4 heroes here again. Sentry ward being placed here. They're waiting for a target. Can they find it? Bad Rider is gonna be the target. Oh, as for blinking away, for staffing away. If he can get hit by the rocket in his base, he will be fine. But the rocket will still be pretty painful since he's pretty far away from that one. But he should be fine. 4 seconds again until he can blink. It might actually be Loda able to... Nah, he will die. Or at least die. What am I saying? He will get stunned. But yeah. Inside his base, so all happy. 4 heroes back inside the mid lane. 5 now for the mid lane of iLuminate. And they just won. I mean, they won the last team fight. But I was gonna say they can. I'm not really sure if you can force a 5-on-5 fight like that and then hope to win. Not like that, not when the opponent team is totally ready for it. Of course, the previous team, I know Tidehunter wasn't entirely ready for it, though they could have seen it coming, I feel like. Anyway, Tidehunter going for a Blink Dagger, that will probably help him a lot, because they need some of that initiation also. And that is him only needing, about 200 gold for that. And they can't see it. Well, both of these are melee, actually. No, they can't see it. Ancient's gonna be continue to stack. 4 heroes helping out just in case someone comes. With Loda still farming. You see the no Tidehunter's position. They're being very careful about not being able to get caught out. And iLuminate knows that, so they're gonna be trying to find maybe another team fight again. They're gonna come up from the high ground. There goes the counter wards. They know where he is. A blink away from the Rubik, who got the Blink Dagger now as well, and they won't be able to get that many Ancients. There's only 1 stack up there, at least 2 stacks in total. They're still gonna go for it though. Easy. At least take that one. Smoke up still up on the Magnus. Now it goes up. There goes a blink in. Reverse polarity. And that is a reverse polarity. Solar Ravage as well. Massive amount of damage. What on earth is going on? We have 7 heroes already dead. 3, 4. Well, 2 versus 1 right now. Loda, last one alive for no Tidehunter to get locked inside an Ice Bath. Cannot hit anything. Now he can hit something. Nice armlet toggle. 1 versus 1. And that is a rampage for Loda. Who still dies? Every single hero died. What the fuck? Oh, sorry. How could that happen? Holy crap. Well. Well. Who am I gonna watch now? Like, nobody's there to watch. Oh, people are back. Cool. Thank you. Can't believe that actually happened. Oh, I think that was the armlet toggle. But that was Loda getting a rampage on his Sven. He is a very happy Sven right now. Holy crap! What a fight that was. But yeah, he's got a lot of gold also. We gotta get back inside the game now. And oh, we're gonna have okay. Just to rub it in. We're gonna have Rampage standing there. That's a bug, of course. Sorry, it will keep standing there for a while. But because everybody died, the gold graph does not change that much. Experience graph does not change that much. It's about even. I'm waiting. I'm kind of waiting until 2 minutes has passed so I can see the chat. But yeah, that hasn't done yet. We have got the relic being picked up by Gyrocopter, so he might be going for Radiance before anything else, or before finish off his Manta style. We've got a Blink Dagger up on the Tidehunter after that last fight, and we have got another smoke for Illuminate. Here they go, and there's the ward again already. Counter-warding, counter-ward. There's only a counter-ward, and they're gonna go for Roshan. And that's gonna be theirs. I don't think there's anything no Tidehunter is thinking about. Nah, they don't know what's going on. And they're gonna be too late, I feel like. This is going to be annoying to see having Rampage standing there all the time. But they're going to be able to pick up Roshan quite securely. I mean, here is no Tidehunter. They are around here, but they're going to be too late. They smoked up, actually. They're running towards the wrong side. Now they know, and now they turn around, and now it's Gyrocopter picking up the Aegis, thinking, okay, you know what, our smoke kind of failed. And that's going to be Bat Rider getting himself out of that one. And that's... yeah. You see the chat, sorry, that's funny. Okay, so Darkseer's got 900 gold. He's already finished up his pipe, of course. We've saw him building that ages ago. But he doesn't have that much afterwards. He died a couple of times, I guess. Well, we saw him dying a couple of times. We've got, in the meantime, Ogre Magi doesn't finish his Aghanim says, oh, look at this. No Tidehunter trying to circle around, Illuminate. There goes a stun, there goes another stun, or telekinesis and stun. Right-click Mechanism is not helping him anymore. Cooldown doesn't cool down on anybody right now. Tower drops. There goes Steel Sun on load as well as the Ignite, but I won't be able to do anything anymore. And that was the Sven picking up the last hit. On the tower, that is. And that was a very fast pickup. 3,600 gold up on the Sven. Well, it was before he picked up whatever he picked up there, and it was the recipe for the Deadless, which he basically has right now. So it is the last tier 1 tower. That was the last tier 1 tower standing on the map for both teams in total. So they picked it up clean and easy. Pick up a kill at that, and actually wasted the ulti of the Gyrocopter. Though having said that, Gyrocopter's ulti is like 45-second cooldown, really. That's gonna be that, and yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it sucks there. Let's get stuck. Anyway. Let's see if no Tidehunter can they smoke again, because their previous smoke didn't really work as intended, I guess. We got the Undying, actually. We haven't seen him playing that big of a role. He's got tons of assists, of course, because of his Tombstone. Tombstone has been playing a big role. But he hasn't really got that big of an item. Normally you would expect a pipe or something like that upon an Undying. But he's, of course, been playing a support, so maybe that's not that normal that he would have that. As wards are continuously being placed, but this one is, yeah, this one is being spotted by that one. But that one's almost disappearing, so they're gonna be forcing out another sentry ward soon. Smoke up here for no Tidehunter, so still doing that one. But they're walking past the sentry ward. If they look there now, they will see it, and they look there. You see the exclamation mark. They are very well aware that no Tidehunter is moving towards this bottom lane. And also that the Bat Rider is not with them, because Bat Rider is still in the mid lane. And what are they gonna do? Are they gonna try to pick up the Bat Rider with their own smoke, or are they gonna try to gank the smokers, counter smoke the smokers? So much Rampage this game. Yes, it is. Gretu is being a spectator in this game, and the smoke for no Tidehunter is already off. But here comes the rest. They want to go for this. Who are they gonna find first? Gyrocopter being very big with that bloodlust. There's a stun on. What the? No! Gyrocopter pick up a rapier! That is... I thought he was gonna go for Radiance. He picked up a rapier instead, though he also has the Aegis. Big Num. This is gonna be... He's doing his injustice. He's being huge right now. But also with the rapier, we're gonna see them playing way more 5-man Dota than they were before, even though... that's gonna be... well, they already did a lot of 5-man Dota, but let's see how no Tidehunter is going to deal with this. If they can kill off the Gyrocopter and get a rapier up on the Sven, might be good, but they need to kill him twice. And that's going to be tricky. And right now, I mean, Illuminate knows, okay, in 6 minutes, well, not a bit less than 6 minutes right now, 3 minutes, our Aegis will disappear, and our Gyrocopter will be a lot more dangerous, or at least a lot more, it needs to protect the Gyrocopter a lot more. So they're going to be playing it very safe. As we have a lasso and it gets the Jakiro. Gosh, I don't think Dubas will be able to survive on this one. Nope, wrong right click, and that's gonna be Bad Rider S4 picking up the kill. Apparently on a rampage or something like that. Gyrocopter farming ancients. And indeed, I did not notice when the rapier got picked up. As chat now notices. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I've seen it before actually. It was a game when Infused was still Infused. They went for Gyrocopter, Divine Rapier first item. They actually won that game also. So that is that one. But oh well, I was not checking for it, so I did not see that. So we have 1400 gold up on the spend. Buybacks are going to be very important for the next fight. Buybacks on the dire side, might I add. And the Sven does not have a buyback. It will be Bad Rider that does have a buyback though. And the Undying, that's not really the most important one of the bunch. But I'm more thinking about the Sven. Sven almost has a buyback. And that's going to be needed as well. He's got his Deadless, and they're going to go mid lane. Going to go for the next tier 2 tower, and they can do that. 3200 gold up on the Gyrocopter. Let's see if he's going to be able to get a Satanic or something like that. And there goes the towers. It drops very fast. And that's Bloodlow's helping out. This is one big helicopter, by the way. I'm just sticking around this Gyrocopter because that's where all the action is going to be happening. No Tidehunter is not going to let him out of their sight, and they are also, of course, not gonna, or iLuminate is not going to let the Gyrocopter out of their sight. At the same time, look at the turtle possibilities for no Tidehunter. They have got the Tombstone, that helps a lot. They've got Fate Bolt. They've got the Fire of the Bad Rider. They actually got quite a few of the counter of the turtle things that you might expect. I'm not sure though if they're going to be able to keep up with this. Their Aegis is about to disappear. Macropire is just standing in it, doesn't care about it. He's just going to go for the tower. And now backs off again. It's going to be 30 more seconds before the Aegis disappears. 4k gold in the Gyrocopter in the meantime. And that's the Aegis. Actually, I can't count. The Aegis disappears. So he's going to be very safe. He's going to even get 4 staff forward thinking, oh crap, he's got no Aegis anymore. Get him into safety now! And he does. Everybody keep his back, and okay, I'm sorry. The Divine Rapier games are not as exciting as they look, because now iLuminate will farm until they get another Aegis. That's basically the way, because you don't want to throw an Aegis away, you don't want to be risking that kind of stuff. So you want to have an Aegis. At the same time, no Tidehunter knows that. They know that they won't be looking for stuff until they have that Aegis, so they'll try to get their opportunity now, because they know the Aegis is gone. They know that they have the chance to get this guy. Where did he go? This guy. Who's got a Satanic now also, by the way, so it's pretty damn tanky, and can steal his life back in no time. But they're gonna be sticking around their base. Gem of True Sight picked up by Ogre Magi, who actually picked up his first new item for his Aghanim Scepter. It's gonna be his Ogre Club. That took long enough. We're going to be having Mag. He picked up a Ghost Scepter, so that will be him trying to keep himself alive long enough. 4 staff up on the Jakiro. Probably more to help the Gyrocopter to get safety as anything else. And I mean, they had their tier 2 tower attacked, but they don't care. They don't care. Because they want sorry, I stutter and stuff. But they yeah. They don't really care. They want to keep them, they keep their Gyrocopter safe, and they will lose some tier 2 towers before it. And they won't fight until the Roshan comes, and even if that comes, I mean, it will be the fight. No Tidehunter kind of has to win that fight at Roshan, otherwise it's GG, but we'll see how they're going to be able to deal with this. Of course, we know Eternal Envy to be the mastermind of Dota, apparently, after last DreamHack, of course. And if you didn't watch the games of the finals, I suggest you still do so. Especially game number 2 of the best out of 3 series. But it will be no time to now also save. They didn't find anything with their smoke, so they took down a tier 2 tower, and they're gonna be waiting until Roshan is back up. It's gonna be boring. Blink Dagger up on the Darkseer. I mean, every single one of these heroes of iLuminate will suicide to save the Gyrocopter. So now you have a blinking Darkseer that can do that, a blinking Magnus that can do that, a 4 staff on the Jakiro that can do that, and Ogre Magi, the only one that can't really do that apart from just giving him extra movement speed with the Bloodlust, which is what he does constantly. Where are they going? What are they gonna try to do? They cannot really farm that securely. They have to be so
Dire's
very
top
careful.
tower is under
And they're
attack.
gonna go into the Radiant jungle. They have got the ward. They see them. But they know that they're being seen because the Gem of Fruit setup is on Ogre Magi.
Dire's top tower
And they're
is
backing
under
off.
attack.
So can no Tidehunter. Basically, the game just, instead of taking down thrones, the game just decided to be, can no Tidehunter steal the Divine Rapier, or can they shut down Gyrocopter enough to take down the base? Something like that. It's gonna be that. We'll find out soon enough. Is there gonna be another smoke? Can they smoke up again? Yes, they can, if they want to, and they want to, by the looks of it. There's a Radiant Ward. It's about to disappear though. And they go back to the base. No smokes. Oh, I think it's just in range. I think they saw it. The exclamation marks are not there though. No plings on the minimap. They know that they're gonna go. They're gonna go this way. They also smoked up. This is gonna be a fight for Roshan. And they know it too. Roshan is back up right now. iLuminate is gonna come on from the high ground. We have Tidehunter still standing around there. Loda will be attacking the Roshan to begin with. Here comes iLuminate though. They're gonna come in. Tidehunter now realized it. Oh shit, I'm no longer in smoke. Vacuum inside the ice pad. Dual breath as well. Bulldog trying to get away. Roshan walking out of his pit. Gonna hit on Bulldog as well. The hate is definitely there. A Darkseer wall is up on there as well. There's no initiation coming off from the Tidehunter. They want to defend the Roshan, but they also don't want to run into their death because, of course, the Divine Rapier is still there, and that's definitely not nothing at all. Especially not if you combine it with a flat cannon hitting the entire team with a Divine Rapier. But in the meantime, I mean, they have no vision here. For all they know, Sven would still be inside the Roshan pit. Interesting. Oh, now they know. Ice Path is there. Vision is there. Pet Rider, getting rid of a couple of trees. Tree hater. Blink in, lasso, and it's a Gyrocopter to the low ground. Ravage as well. There goes a blink in, though. Reverse polarity, Tombstone is up. BKB activated. Look at this damage. There's a Satanic activated. He is still alive for now, and he gets the kill. He gets an ultra kill. Everybody went down of no Tidehunter. Buybacks happened from the Sven. He was so close to dying. They were so close to that, but they're gonna get the Aegis. They got a team wipe, and I would not be surprised to see if with this Aegis they go and push and they don't stop until they get the throne. Can they do it though? No Tidehunter. I mean, they have 1 minute again before the Bat Rider is back up again. They've got the Sven alive again already. A Gyrocopter will pick up the Aegis, obviously. And we're gonna see how they're gonna be dealing with that. They're gonna go through the bottom lane. They were so close though. They were so close, but show me. I mean, he didn't hesitate for a second, and he went in there and he got the reverse polarity off, and that was all they needed to get stuff done right there. And of course, I mean, the Satanic. I mean, if he didn't have that, he would have died for sure. He got so much of his HP back in seconds. As we have got the fortification going off, we've got everybody alive again on no Tidehunter apart from the Bed Rider. Tier 3 tower already getting picked up. Here goes the barracks as well. And there goes one set of barracks, melee barracks, range barracks drop after that as well. As the Ice Pet gets stolen, locks on 3 heroes, 4 heroes. Here comes the score though, hits on 3. Can they do more? Here comes more damage from Bignum. He gets the what the hell? How much damage does he do? Another triple kill going off, and that's the GG code. I am not surprised because this Gyrocopter is just too damn tanky. He's got 7k gold in his inventory. He's got a rapier. He cannot die. And he will not die because he will be victorious in this game. Between no Tidehunter and iLuminate, it will be iLuminate that will be going on. Well, actually everybody will be going on because it's a league system and all of that. It will be iLuminate that takes 3 points in this encounter versus no Tidehunter. So that will mean that iLuminate will be having... Well, as I said, they're like second highest. I think they only had 3 points, so they now have 6 points. Still not as high as it should be, but at least a bit more secure and to at least not get eliminated from StarLadder for next season.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It will be, it will be iLuminate to take the upset. I can call this definitely an upset. I mean, who was expecting this? I wasn't. Well, Maybe when the rapier was, and it was very even for a long time. It was very even from the start, actually. Anyway, my name is Sheever. I'm a Ghost of Gamers caster. This was a match for StarLadder Season 4, Day 10, and we'll be having more StarLadder matches tomorrow. As if you want to support me, please subscribe to my YouTube, youtube.com/SheeverGaming, and you can also follow me on Twitter, on Twitter/SheeverGaming. By the way, there's a lot of pictures from DreamHack on Twitter as well as on Facebook, talking about pictures, which is the extension, of course, also SheeverGaming. I know, I'm very original. Anyway, thank you for watching. I might be doing some plays by myself, but I don't think there's going to be anything else to cast. I will check though, just in case. Thank you for watching regardless, and have a good night.